making my coffee for the day. I had a late start because the night before last night, I could not fall asleep. I actually made myself a bowl of overnight oats last night, but I'm not really feeling it, especially because it's lunchtime. I want something a little bit more saltier, and this is pretty bland. So I'm gonna make myself an avocado and egg sandwich with these sandwich thins. I got these after I saw Wa and Whaley recommend this bread on one of their vlogs. They are as good as they say they are. It is so yummy. Like, it has a really good wheat taste if you like that, and I love toasting it. It gives it a nice little texture and flavor. It's so yummy. I highly recommend this too. While that's toasting, I'm going to cook my egg, just cracking it straight into this little wok. I like to spread the yolk around a little bit so that it's not so thick or dense, and I definitely like my eggs to be a certain way, so I'm adding a bit of sesame oil and some water, and then just covering it with a lid and setting it to a lower heat setting. Then when it feels just right, I just flip it over to cook the other side, and it fits perfectly over the bread. Then I just layer on my sliced avocados. I just use half an avocado for this and save the rest for later. Add some salt, pepper, and lime to taste. I also like to add some greens and a slice of tomato. And on some days, I will add some, can't believe it's not butter, and also a little bit of hot sauce. Lately, I've been adding mint into my coffee just to mix it up a little bit. So I will grind up some mint leaves with this mortar and pestle. Then I'll put the leaves into the coffee pot and then strain it out into a cup. I'll also use a hazelnut creamer. This is pretty sweet already, so I don't need additional sugar. Okay, I can finally eat now. Wow, look at all this color. If you try this recipe at home, let me know how you like it. Now for a midday snack, I'm going to make a strawberry banana smoothie. It's actually pretty filling, so I almost consider it a meal. My blender broke recently, so I went out and got this magic bullet. I didn't want to spend a ton of money on a giant blender, and I only need it for small things like this, so this was perfect. This is not an ad, but it might as well be one. Since a magic bullet is smaller, I feel like I do have to break up the ingredients. So first I'm going to add in my seeds, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, and chia seeds. The flax seeds especially are pretty tough, so I like breaking them down. Then I'll add a little bit of strawberry protein powder and apple juice, mix that up. And lastly, half a frozen banana and a cup of strawberries. Sometimes if I'm really hungry, I'll fix myself something small to eat alongside this, but honestly on busy days when I have to be on my computer, a smoothie is perfect because I can work and eat at the same time. We are back in the kitchen again, and I'm gonna make pho for dinner. It's about 6 o'clock. I am going to watch Selling Sunset while I cook and make food, so if you hear that background noise, that's what it is. Anyway, let's get started. First, we're going to boil the noodles so it has time to cook and dry. So one thing I didn't know with making these vermicelli noodles is that after you boil it for about 5 minutes, you're supposed to take the lid and cover it for 2 minutes. I don't really know why, but that's what the instructions said, and the noodles turn out perfectly. I always messed up this part just a little bit in the past. Now we're chopping up some veggies. I like adding carrots and a few pieces of bok choy. Since I'm making a veggie pho, I'm gonna use shiitake mushrooms as like the meat. These were pre-sliced, so I just gave them a quick rinse. I'm going to saute these separately with olive oil. I'm also going to add about half of this tofu pack, and then for the soup, I'm actually going to use this vegetarian soup base. I just can't be bothered to make my own vegetarian broth. I also chopped up some ginger and onions that I'm going to add into the soup base. That's going to help give it a little bit more flavor. For the soup base, you'll want to add a teaspoon for every cup, but you can adjust this based off of your own liking. After about 20 minutes, I'll scoop out some of the onions and ginger and add in my carrots, bok choy, and tofu. Let that cook and soften for a little bit, and we're done. also added some garnishes like mint and Thai basil. I would have added some mung beans too, but mine went bad in the fridge. For the sauce, I like doing sriracha with lime and fish sauce. I've also been obsessed with drinking LaCroix, another way to get hydrated. I almost just dropped that in this bowl of noodles. I ended up getting a little hungry later on in the night, so I made myself a little salad. I just had some spring mix, so I put that together with my leftover half of avocado, and I love olives, so I added some of that in there. Then added some roasted sesame dressing, which if you haven't tried before, I highly recommend. It has so much flavor. And that's all I ate in a day. Sorry I forgot to film an outro for this, but I hope you enjoyed the video and got some ideas for things to cook and eat, and I'll see you in my next video.